Good evening, everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of The Pulse. I am your humble host, your humble storyteller. I am joined this week, starting out with Old School. Thank you, sir, for joining me tonight.
Of course.
All right,
Big
we
show
got
coming up here.
big show. Tag Team Redemption tomorrow. Lot
Indeed.
going on. A lot riding
Well,
on tomorrow, too.
yeah. My first question on the Pulse tonight is every other Pulse I've watched, Johnny Blade's here. Well, this is a pretty pivotal moment coming up. Why isn't he here right now? Where you at, Johnny? Just asking.
I did speak with him earlier. He assures me he will try to make it on. Until then, there's plenty to talk about. Um,
Oh, definitely plenty to talk about. Big show.
big show. Um, well, let's start at the top and work our way down. See what.
Let's do it.
All right, first match on the card. This will be a redemption match, and it's also a qualifier match for number one contender for the Soulfire Championship. That would be Jacob X and Sergeant Havoc. This will be our
I like both of those guys. Jacob Bex, to me, man, I don't know how you feel about him. I feel like he's one of those cryptic characters. You know what I mean? That you could probably play his promos in black and white all the time, and they would come off. They'd come off good.
yeah.
But Havoc changing up his gimmick here in the last couple months, I think he's come on pretty strong, and I think that he has something to prove in this match versus Jacob X. Uh, do I
I,
think he can beat Jacob Bex? Man, I think it's going to be a real close matchup with these two because I think they both just took pivotal losses. Am I not correct?
if I'm not mistaken, yes.
Yeah, last card, I think they both took a big loss. So who's hungrier? Who wants it more? You know what I mean? Who wants to prove that, what you said, redemption?
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Jacob X, just having a little bit of the edge, just because I like I said, man, you put him black and white all day long. Man, he has a hell of a promo. He's got a great verbal attack,
Yeah.
and he don't get too ultra excited. So it's like really it hits me real well because I enjoy that kind of stuff.
All right. I like Sergeant Havoc. I've worked with him a couple of times on Proving Ground. Have yet to face him. Jacob X, I think, a little bit more time in the game, at least to my knowledge. Um, but I wouldn't count Sergeant Havoc out. Not by any means. I've seen him on match of the night performances.
Yeah,
So I mean, I'm a little bit more familiar with Sergeant Havoc than I am Jacob X. He just came to HSB about a month ago, so be interesting to
it could
see.
be easily one of them split decision matches. You know what I mean? Could very easily be a split decision matchup.
Could be, could be, and it'll be the second qualifier for the Soulfire title, which means the next show will be the you know match.
Yeah, I mean, big implications. When it's a number one contenders match, big implications there because then
Yeah,
you're spearheaded straight towards a championship opportunity, and not being smart. That's what a lot of us have heard. Many people have gotten into this game for is these things behind me. Belts, belts, belts. Which learn to have fun and not worry about the belts so much.
my sentiments exactly. I'm not gonna lie. I enjoy having that to rest on his shoulders. But once the notoriety wears off, it's like let's just have fun and put on a show. I'm a firm believer in that.
Yeah,
We got Draven 666 versus the legendary JP. JP's kind of been is he back? Is he not back? Draven 666. He's made his presence known since he joined.
yeah. he put out a hype, right after that was announced, I believe, and let everybody know he was here. I haven't seen much from JP, and that's concerning. I'll say this, and I've gone on record in other places, man. I know real life comes first, and things happen. But if you can't make the match or something like that, you know what I mean. You should let the promoter know. That way, your opponent's not hyping or something like that in a one-sided, just no show matchup. And unfortunately, JP has been known for that in the past, which I hope it don't happen because JP's got some experience. He could give Draven a good match if he wanted to. You know what I mean? We could see a sleeper match is what I like to call it. A newcomer taking on somebody who's done this for a while. It could end up building both their characters back up. But I saw Draven, his hype, and on that match, I'm going to pick Draven because I think he's due, he's hungry, he's ready to go. Like I said, JP kind of leaves me a little wondering, does he still have it? Does he still want to go? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you. All right, we've been joined by none other than Mr. Vagabond. Mr. Vagabond.
Possibly the future Pure Heart champion.
Possibly.
Very possible. Very possible.
With the kind of role I've been on, I might actually take it on tomorrow. I mean, it'll probably
I'll
be
tell
like
you, the hype you dropped, I think it was last week sometime. That was probably the best damn hype I've seen from you since I've been in HSP. I won't lie, boy. It got my juices flowing, made me want to just come on right back onto the screen and get going here. But my situation's not going to happen anytime soon. But it made me jump up out the chair like, that's what I want to see. That's what I need to see. So great job on that hype, brother. That's one of them ones that, if it pulls at the old beard hairs, I'm like, I want to face Vagabond now. Damn it. I want to go back on screen and face Vagabond because you were like on point, brother. On point.
Soulfire.
There's the Soulfire champion. I knew you'd be here tonight because he's got to be here, not because he wants to be here. The man's defending his championship. Good move, good move, good move.
Hey, bear with me. I'm at work, so I may have to get up a couple of times. But
oh damn it! You tell your boss. I'm telling you, you can have the night off.
I'm the boss, baby. I'm the boss. I own this place. I'm the boss.
Well, I'm giving you the night off. Tell everybody else to leave. Tell them get out. You're busy.
You there?
Well. And also, for the first time in a long time, Lulu. Now it's a party. All right.
What up, Lulu?
You're on the pulse.
I can't see myself.
You're on the pulse.
Oh, yeah. I may test positive for COVID, but you know what? I had to be here. I couldn't miss it.
Well, you got a big match tomorrow against Sergeant Havoc.
You're going to see a whole different me in that match. I promise you that. You're going to see things from me that you have never seen before. You're going to see an energy that you have never seen before. You're going to see someone who is more determined than he's ever been before. And you're going to see something in that match that needs to be shown. And that's something that Sergeant Havoc doesn't have. And that's passion and fire.
And a penis.
Quebec's Super Saiyan 3 up on here.
I hope he's ready. Because I'm telling you right now, Sergeant Havoc, our very first match, and I know you're too big of a coward to be here, and I understand why, because you fear somebody like me, because you know exactly what's going on with somebody like me, because I will tell you something right now, Havoc. I have a lot of history with you, and I know your style. Because you think you know where Jacob X is going to go. You think he's going to go left, but in reality, he goes right. But look, everybody, I never moved at all. I've been here the whole time. It's just been all in your brain. But trust me, when you see this, when you see at the show, you're going to see, not only are you going to see what I said at the beginning, Caterpillar in his cocoon. You're going to see the cocoon hatch, and out of it is going to become the most beautiful butterfly y'all have ever seen.
Well, that's
Is he nice?
poetic.
What is that?
Can be.
That's
That would
Lulu.
be-
Oh,
Y'all want to know
Okay.
where she was all the time?
You have a
What?
match with a mystery opponent, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh. I do have a mystery opponent. But
He
before,
does.
Strategy for
before I go,
going in, you don't know who your opponent is.
to be honest, I don't care who it is. They're going to get this work. They're going to get all this vitriol, all this hatred, all this unyielding darkness, this overwhelming pressure that I'm known to give out. And it's going to be the worst night of their life. I can assure you. To whomever the hitman is, whatever insurance you have isn't going to cover what I do to you.
Spoken like a future champion, in my opinion.
If I'm not mistaken, it was Rich Man who booked this match. Kind of his idea on.
Well, there you go. Rich man's about worth a wallet with no money in it.
See,
I guess he is the wall.
I noticed, Vagabond, you get a lot of mystery opponents lately. You notice that?
Like first of
A
all,
lot of
he said last week he wanted to make sure I was sharp, and I'm like, I'm always sharp. What kind of game you trying to play? You try to get into my head, because if you try to get into my head, you're gonna run into some trouble. And now he put a bounty on my head, put a hit on me, sent a hitman out. Oh, Mr. Richmond, you just don't know who or what you're dealing with, my friend.
You might want to win. I can speak from experience.
See, one of my favorite books in the world to quote from is not the Bible, because that's so overdone, but The Art of War. And one of my favorite things to quote a lot of people get the formula, but not a lot of people understand it. And that's psychological warfare. A lot of wars have been won without spilling a drop of blood or killing any of your enemies. But you've messed up their mind so badly, they kill themselves. Now, Vagabond, I have heard stories, and since I've came here, you, of all people, are the king of that stuff. You got the mind fuckery down. So, smart
he
money.
does indeed.
I ain't read many books in my time. I've used some of them to prop up wobbly tables and shit. But I can say this: I'm not worried about no damn, mystery opponent, because Rich Man. Well, I said what I said about him. But Vagabond coming out like he did last week, I don't give a damn who he puts in front of him. It's a squash match. Vagabond 3-0 sweeps him out the door.
Yep.
I'll agree with that.
Got to
Got
protect the
that
money.
Art of War down pat.
I'm a Vagabond fan myself. Always have been. I don't want to get anything caught on fire here in front of me. I don't want him setting anything here on fire. But no, I really am a Vagabond fan, in all seriousness.
Vagabond definitely has my respect.
I'm sure.
As he should.
As he should. He definitely earned it.
That's
Vagabond just want to giggle tonight. I see it again. Don't be starting that shit while I'm on here with you. I'm telling you. Last time I was on here with Vagabond, all he could do is keep laughing. Had me laughing. I had to get off the screen.
I unleashed her upon the world. Because you want to know where she was? She was in a mailbox. Quack trapped her there. But now she's out and about and free.
Nate. this show is going to have, I guess, a semi-main and then two title defenses.
Yeah.
Johnny Blade, you're facing Heathen for the Soulfire title.
I am.
What was your strategy going into this one?
Win. That's my strategy. Win. You know, I was gonna say time for talk is over, but you know, this is a promo league. Time for talk is never over. So all I'm gonna say is tomorrow night you're gonna see may see something you've never seen from me. Heathen's got me riled up, man. He's good at that, and he got my blood pressure up, and we'll see what happens tomorrow night. I plan on retaining, but if the judges see it his way, then it is what it is, and I'll fight back, and I will get it back. But I plan on winning tomorrow night. And as Forrest Gump says, that's all I got to say about that.
And I will be watching that match very carefully.
Please do. I'll be watching yours against Sarge, and I've faced the Sarge, and of course I beat him at Proving Ground, Storyteller, and but he's improved since then. So that's you and him. That's going to be I think that's going to be a nice close match. Getting called. Be right back.
Yep. If that's the case. Speaking of Sarge, I'm not worried about Sarge. He should be really worried about me because he thinks he has me in the bag. He thinks he's got it easy, but I know I'm probably going to get it wrong. But you know what they say about pride, right? Pride always comes before the fall.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Heathen did what a veteran would do. He tried to get under, Johnny's skin as much as he could. Poke the bear as many times as he could with the big stick. You know what I'm saying? And we can all sit here on this screen and agree. He got under Johnny's skin. We saw it during the Pulse. But now, in my opinion, I think it's Johnny's time to prove that he can be the incumbent and walk out and still Soulfire champion.
And and I don't mind people picking Heathen. I'd rather people pick other, my opponent than me. I don't want to come in here as the favorite. I thrive on being the underdog. I love it. I love being the underdog. Pick Heathen all day long, and let's see what happens. There will be no sweep.
I do believe that this is going to be definitely main event caliber. Along with the tag team title matchup, you've got two great title defenses happening on this show. So I don't think this show in any way is going to be a letdown for any circumstance, and you got vested interest, Vagabond's watching, not just because, the Pure Heart title is not on the show, but once he proves his dominance against whoever the hell it is, Mary Poppins or whoever they bring in, and he whips that ass and proves
Could be
to the world
legendary
that he's ready.
JP.
Yeah, well, I doubt it. Well, he won't show up anyway. So don't worry about it, Vagabond. But once he proves that he belongs on top of that throne where he's earned his spot, I'm telling you, it's Cruise City for him. I think that's going to be a hell of a match between Wallace and him. And I think Wallace is going to get a true test.
I agree.
Because
the show is great except for the name of the show.
It's hard to get a title. It's even harder to keep it.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
But let me tell you, if the stars align right, Johnny Blade, and we do meet, may the best man win.
Absolutely. I'd look forward to the challenge.
Not
Not going to make it easy for anyone. Not anymore.
I don't want it easy.
I mean, we wouldn't be in this if we had it easy, would we?
Yeah, that's for sure.
The stuff we breathe for. The challenge.
Hey, Storyteller, I'm going to steal a line from you, my friend. See, tonight, I'll tell you this. Yeah, I might be out on medical, okay? But when I return, I'm going for my Triple Crown.
Yay! I want Old School to win.
Old School for the win. That's right.
Old School Johnny Blade. That's a marquee man.
I don't know. I'm not to Old School's caliber just yet.
Hey, brother, any given promo day, anybody
Well,
can win. Nothing's guaranteed. Nothing is guaranteed.
if we had the same judges as me versus A-List, maybe I have a slim shot. But you know, I'd love to have that match in the future.
No,
Honestly,
I think that match, people need to give it a little more clout than they do. Yes, we hear everybody say, "Hey, Johnny beat A-List," but listen, you beat A-List Alverson. Okay, that in the history books, I don't give a shit if it was by 1 point or one judge or what. You won against somebody that people call a true legend in this business. He's done it all. He's won it all. But you beat him. You earned your championship. That's why they call you champ and not him.
One of my favorite quotes of all time: "It doesn't matter if you win by inch or a mile. Winning's winning."
Indeed.
There are winners and there are losers.
Well, since I'm a heel, I'll tell you like this. I don't care if I win by hook or crook. I'm going to win. It's just the way it is.
A win's a win. Take it.
That's
out.
it. A W in that book never changes its shape. It's always a W.
Mhm.
Unless it's upside down.
question,
I
guys:
was going to say that.
were there any award shows for this past year or no
No,
for HSP?
not
Lily
that.
had an award show, but Quack lost the awards.
Ah, that figures.
And then he locked Lily in a mailbox.
I think we tried to do it back in like August or September, but I don't know. Got lost in the shuffle or something.
Hey,
So, let's talk about the tag team match. Let's talk about something.
Let's get into that tag team match. That's what I'm here for tonight.
Yeah.
That's it.
hi.
Since you brought it up,
Since you brought it up, yeah.
this is Cartel. What are y'all's thoughts?
Let me start, if you don't mind, Old School, if I may.
You go right ahead. I've got coffee here. I've got plenty of time, brother.
I may get called out of here again in a second. So, a lot of people's giving this basically giving this to the cartel, and I wouldn't do that. I don't see this being as easy as most people think. I really see Chaotic Order having a shot here, and the reason I say that is because I've faced 3 out of these 4 guys before. Storyteller, the one I haven't faced, and I've gotten beat by Half Past Black, and then I beat the other 2. I beat the 2 members of the cartel, but A-List and Boss, they are cohesive as a team. And, I'm picking the upset. I'm the only one picking this, but I think we have new tag champs. Chaotic
Lily
Order.
agrees.
I don't know if you're the only one.
Let's keep it on order.
I don't know if anyone's, if it's a landslide or not. I'll say this. If I see big cohesiveness from Chaotic Order, it could be
You bet.
dangerous for the cartel. These 2 walk on the screen and they mesh really well and end up having one of the best flowing promos of the night. That could upset the cartel in a heartbeat. And I don't want to call it an upset, but the reason I'm calling it an upset is because they're giving these guys credit for holding the belts for how many days now? 207, 208 without a defense. So how the hell are you a 208-day champion with no defenses? But
Right.
that's neither here nor there. That's just history. And guess what? Tomorrow night, history could be made, and you could damn well have new HSP tag team champions.
Well,
I want to see a new tag team check. Just to see A-List's reaction after he loses. I know he always has some kind of crazy reaction whenever he loses the title. Because if y'all remember when Tulsa had the PR title, he didn't lose it to Tulsa. He didn't lose it to Tulsa, but Tulsa had it, and he snuck up on him. That should have gone somewhere, but that's just me. But I want to see what his reaction will be after he loses. Because he's always
And we
like,
could see that. We could definitely see that.
Did everybody
He,
quit talking when I got back?
Nah,
Mhm.
Vagabond was talking.
Oh,
because if he loses,
please continue.
I'm gonna come on screen and roast the absolute fucking rich man. Add
You
him.
let me know what day you want to do that. I might join you for that. I'll brew a cup of coffee, and we'll have a little fun because I don't like that guy at all.
Douche nozzle.
That guy's the wasted end of a tampon.
Now,
What's
I've
a
had a
tampon?
run-in. I've had a run-in or two with some members of the cartel. You know, I had a run-in with Heathen, as a lot of people have probably seen already when I first came here. And I get it. You know, let's haze the new guy. He's the new guy here. Let's go haze him. It's not my first rodeo. You've done it as long as me. You're used to it. You know, like, so let's go haze the new guy. But cartel, better make sure that you can actually cash this check this time. You know, don't let your ass write a check you can't cash. But let's see what you got. Say you're worthy of the tag team belts. The way I see it, nut up or shut up. That's what they say where I come from. So you've held that title. You sat on that title. Nobody has challenged you. You've dared people to challenge you. Well, here's your challenge. Yeah, it may have been a last minute one, but hey, it's a challenge.
You also,
it's your chance. It's your chance
also
to
got-
prove people wrong.
you also got like an underlying plot here. The Highway Hellraisers. They're waiting.
I'm waiting.
Mm-hmm. But my question is, will we see Fear the Beards?
I got no comment on that.
No, I would love to
Eventually,
see.
I think we will.
I would love to see Fear the
Yeah.
Beards versus the Highway Hellraisers. That
Take a shot every time heathens say highway hellraisers. You'll be drunk by end of show.
Probably. Now, you know, I've been chasing titles for 2 years. It's the one thing that has eluded me. And, you know, took some time to figure out the formula. And, you know, old school, you're probably right. There have been points where we haven't been cohesive, but I don't think that's
And that's what I said. You know, this is an unknown. You know what I mean? You guys could be fucking gelled perfectly together, and cartel may not be ready for that. You get what I'm saying? So they're looking at your past. Listen, I'll give you guys an example. They faced us, Fear the Beards, for the tag team titles, and I'm sure Storyteller knows what I'm going to bring up. They walked on the same screen, but forgot to do one key thing: tag each other. If they'd have tagged each other, they probably won the titles. And you know, that's just something they didn't think about because they were in the moment. You get what I'm saying? But
The little
now,
things.
yeah, now they're prepared. They know what they need to do. Now they just need to implement it. And here's the kicker: is Boss going to be 100%? Is he going to be able to work side by side with A-List 100%? Or is Storyteller and Half Past Black going to walk in there and be one of the baddest tag teams you've ever saw for this night and win the tag titles? I believe they're hungry enough. I do believe they're hungry enough.
we'll
Hey,
see.
can I say something else? You know, Heathen's talking about, you know, they don't deserve a shot because they were just handed the #1 contendership. Well, let's look at that for a second. Okay, if you want to go that route, aren't they saying that Shady just has a title shot whenever he wants against me or whoever? He's coming after me. He's just getting handed a title shot, right?
No, it's
Then
a
you have
golden
Heathen.
ticket.
Yeah,
For being
golden
a
ticket.
former
Well,
champ.
that's for what? For see, but that's just handing them a title shot. You know, shouldn't he beat somebody? You know, which he just did, I think, at the last show, right? But also, you know, Heathen, he defeats Joey D and Prince Blackheart, and all of a sudden he's getting a shot at me. Well, I mean, I'd love to have another shot at Blackheart. I can tell you that. And Joey D, I mean, my pinky can probably beat him.
Joey
So-
D is
I mean,
dumb.
I did, and I didn't even try.
I think Joey D and JP need to be a tag team. That's just my opinion.
But you see, let me just
What,
ask
the
you guys,
Outros?
let me ask you guys a question real quick. See, this entire time in HSP, I have been And to quote Frieza, I've only been using 5% of my power. Imagine what I could do if I actually went all out in this bitch. And how much damage I could truly do.
He's nice.
Do it, man.
Well, after tomorrow, I can tell you one thing. Gloves are off. No more kiddie games. No more pool. No more fooling around. No more feeling out.
Yeah, I'd be
None of that
careful in this
shit.
place, man. You want to keep your gloves on. You might catch something with certain
They're
laws.
not white
Just
gloves.
saying.
But I better be
Rubber
careful.
gloves.
Well, whoever I touch, I'm gonna make sure I make sure I stay good and sanitized. You know, COVID. Gotta watch yourself.
Put the mask on, the rubber gloves on, 6 feet apart.
I don't trust rubber gloves anymore. There's a reason for that. It's an inside joke for that one, but I don't trust rubber gloves for that no more.
Did your doctor touch you?
Ha!
Hmm.
No, it's not. This ain't that episode of Family Guy where I see my doctor.
You saw that episode yesterday.
That's a funny
That's
episode
pretty much
though.
the card for tomorrow. A lot of big matches, a lot of stuff going on.
Lulu's returning next show. I think. What's the show after?
Old school. How do I get the beard pretty like yours? I'm trying to do my best old school impression here.
Believe it or not, I just let it grow, bro.
Okay.
I just
What kind
let
of
it
beard?
grow. Yeah,
Use
my
beard-
wife, she
beard
does the
balm?
trimming. She keeps it pretty for me. So
You use the oil or the balm, beard balm for this? No, nothing.
no,
Cool.
I don't use anything.
See, the beards have the mind of their own. They know where to go.
Beauty tip
My-
presented by Old School. Everybody.
Yeah, my son's beard is just as long as mine. You know, so
Wow.
it must just be natural. I don't know.
All right, well, let's go around the room, get everybody's final thoughts, and we'll put this one to bed, I believe.
Indeed. Who
Uh,
wants to go first?
I'll go first since, I'll just go ahead and get mine out of the way. Big match tomorrow with Heathen. I plan on winning. I plan on hanging on to my Soulfire title. And who's next after that? I don't care. Shady, whoever wins that qualifier. I don't know. Is it Purge and no, is it Havoc and Jacob X, or is that for the Pure Heart? I don't know. I'm confused. But line them all up. I want Prince Blackheart again. I know that. Whether I win or lose tomorrow, I want Blackheart again. I have to redeem myself for that loss. So, I mean, nothing more for me to say. Well, just watch Tag Team Redemption tomorrow and watch me retain my Soulfire Championship. And Rich Man is still a douche nozzle.
Indeed.
Yeah.
All in agreements.
Mhm.
Who do you say?
Lulu.
Lulu, final thoughts.
Tune in February 8th for the return of Lulu Show! And to the
Yay.
person saying Lulu's annoying, go fuck yourself!
Jacob's final thoughts.
Watch tomorrow. We're gonna turn some heads. Maybe knock a few off.
All right. Vagabond, final thoughts.
My final thoughts are simply this. Everyone has seen the kind of role I've been on as of late. Ever since I beat Storyteller twice, some people still don't get it. Still don't understand the kind of mind that is going, the kind of things I say, the things I do, the things I've done, and the things I'm very much capable of doing. Tomorrow is simply going to be another body thrown to the pot as I reach ever closer to the Pure Heart title by none other than Mr. Wallace. To the assassin,
All
I
right, old school.
hope you're ready.
My final thoughts for this. You got three or four great competitors on this screen. I wish you all the best of luck. I wish you the best of luck in your tag team championship matchup. I hope you finally attain your goal. And I hope Johnny Blade and Heathen tear down the house and make me sit here and go, holy shit, what a match. So I wish you all the best of luck. Old School will definitely be watching because I've got an interest in 2 of these matches. So you guys have a wonderful, wonderful show. And good luck to all of you.
All right. And Storyteller, final thoughts.
Now,
Wins, Huntsville loses, and that's about it. That's it for this week's episode of The Pulse. Thank you for joining us tonight. Thank you, gentlemen, for coming out and hanging out. And we'll see you tomorrow at Tag Team Redemption. Be there.
I don't care
See
if
you
I got
tomorrow.
bugs in my arm or not. I don't care.